There are many awesomely eccentric characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and today we're going to be talking about the one known as the Collector. We first caught a glimpse of him during the post-credits scene of Thor: The Dark World, but recently we saw an illusion of him during Avengers: Infinity War. Could this have just been a fun cameo, or so much more? There are a lot of things you should know about the Collector, and don't let his whimsical appearance fool you. Taneleer Tivan is one of the oldest beings in the entire universe, and was one of the earliest life forms to evolve following the Big Bang. He and the other life forms which originated during this time are immortal, and since they've known each other for so long, they're quite close. Another one of these elders of the universe is the Grandmaster, who Marvel fans met during Thor: Ragnarok. Even the less astute Marvel fans could have probably guessed that the Collector, well, collects things. But this is less of a hobby and more of an obsession. He started the Tivan group, responsible for founding the mining colony of Nowhere on the severed head of the Celestial. Hey, at least it's a creative use of space. Taneleer decided to set up his museum there, displaying a variety of strange, unusual, and sometimes living artifacts. To understand the Collector, you first need to understand the nature of the Infinity Stones. As you probably guessed by the end of Avengers: Infinity War, having all the stones together at the same time is a recipe for disaster. We first saw the Collector acquire an Infinity Stone during the post-credits of Thor: The Dark World. Asgardians Sif and Volstagg drop off the Ether, a point of contention between the Asgardians and the Dark Elves that's also known as the Reality Stone. Thor had recovered it after his battle with Malekith and decided it would be safer away from both Earth and Asgard. During Infinity War, it becomes clear that Thanos has obtained the Reality Stone from the Collector and used it to lure his daughter Gamora. Now, many fans have assumed that the Collector was killed by Thanos, but if he's anything like the comic book version, and he seems to be, that would be impossible. That whole immortality thing sure does come in handy from time to time. Actor Benicio del Toro, who plays the Collector, has also confirmed that he not only survived Thanos' attack on Nowhere, but he lived through the snap as well. We didn't see the real Collector during Infinity War, but we did hear about him. Star-Lord learns that the Asgardians handed the Reality Stone over to the Collector and declares whoever would do such a thing to be an idiot. Thor quips that the person could also be a genius. Sure, he could have simply been defending how he let the Reality Stone end up in the hands of the Collector, but he may also have been hinting at something important. We understand not wanting to keep the Reality Stone in the same place as the Space Stone, which was already in Odin's vault, but why place it in the hands of the Collector specifically? He may be ancient, but he's not known for his kindness, and it would be a disaster if he gathered all of the stones together. Could it be possible that was the plan all along? We know that Thanos put off going after the stones himself for a period of time because he was unsure of the location of the Soul Stone. He knew that once he started his quest, it would attract all kinds of attention, so he wanted to make absolutely sure that he was ready to succeed in his mission. We know that Loki ascended to the throne of Asgard by imitating Odin at the end of Thor: The Dark World. We also know that Loki wouldn't mind getting his hands on the Infinity Stones. Heck, even though he was a hero during Thor: Ragnarok, he just couldn't resist sneaking the Space Stone out of the vault. Could it be possible that Loki knew the Collector would go after the rest of the Infinity Stones if he just gave him one of them? Why go through all of the painstaking work of tracking down the Infinity Stones one by one when he could just have someone else do it for him? If you think about it, the Collector would be the perfect target for such a scheme. He doesn't want to use the stones himself, he simply just wants to own them. None of the heroes are keeping an eye on him, and if the Collector attracted any attention during his quest, it would come down on his head and not Loki's. The only problem with this plan was that the Collector failed to collect the Infinity Stone. Why is that? Well, it could just be that Thanos interfered before he could get around to obtaining them. After all, it's no easy task, but it could also have something to do with his relationship with the Grandmaster. In the comics, the Grandmaster likes to set people up in various games outside of an arena. He plays games on a cosmic level and thinks nothing of using humans as pawns. Maybe these two elders were enjoying sitting back and watching what happened, making bets on our heroes versus Thanos. It might sound a little crazy, but when the Infinity Stones and impossibly ancient beings are involved, anything can happen. And that's what nobody realized about the Collector in Infinity War. What role do you think the Collector will continue to play in the MCU? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to CBR for more MCU videos like this one. Thanks for watching.